guys, what's up? Jackass54 here, and welcome to a brand new Blu-ray hunting video. I actually don't even remember when the last time was that I did one of these, but then again, I don't really look at my old videos too much, so it might have even been like only a few months ago I did last one of these. I don't even remember. But yeah, so I'm in the parking lot of the dentist's office, and I'm going to be going to Walmart, as well as to a few thrift stores as well. I'm going to be going to Walmart because Jackass Forever came out on Blu-ray yesterday, which, even though I haven't seen too many films from this year, so far it is still my favorite film of the year. I absolutely adored that movie. I thought it was absolutely fucking amazing. It was just like, you know, like, the 15-year-old me would be so damn happy right now that, like, you know, I was able to see a Jackass movie in the theaters, because I was like 9 when Jackass 3 came out. So I definitely wasn't old enough to see it, but it was so great. Like, you really would have worried that, like, you know, that, like, they would have, like, toned it down or something. They actually went more extreme in quite a few places. I just loved the movie so much. It was so damn funny. It was so creative. It felt a little different without Bam and Ryan Dunn there, but I don't think it, like, really ruined the experience or anything. It's also one of the best theater experiences I've ever had, because, like, the whole crowd was just, like, dying throughout the whole thing. I was actually embarrassed with how loud I was laughing in the theater when I saw it. Like, there was like once or twice where I, like, loudly went like really loudly in my seat that I felt a little embarrassed by, but the movie was just so damn funny. I'm so happy that they finally made another one, and I can't wait for Jackass 4.5. Apparently they said that like it's gonna be coming to Netflix on May 20th. I really hope it gets a physical media release, because, like, I don't want it to, like, just be on streaming, because, like, I have all the others physically. I really want 4.5 physically. But yeah, so we're going to be going into Walmart to pick that up, and then we're going to be going to a few thrift stores to look at the movies, but also to check out, to see if they have any, like, Goosebumps books, because I've been kind of getting into collecting Goosebumps again, and yeah, so we're going to be going to, like, 3 different thrift stores and maybe a bookstore if I feel like it or if there's time. But yeah, so I'm excited, because one of these thrift stores I've never actually been to before, and another one of them I've always found, like, really good stuff there, both in terms of movies and books. So yeah, we're going to be heading into town, and I'll see you guys once I get to Walmart. Alright, you guys, so we have now made it into Walmart. We're going to go in there. Hopefully they have Jackass Forever on Blu-ray. I mean, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, but, like, I've seen, like, some, like, Blu-ray YouTubers, like, I saw Cool Duder and Durant Cinema, like, there was a few stores they went to where they actually didn't even have it out. So hopefully they still have it, because that's basically kind of the whole reason why I even bothered to come into town today. The thrift stores was kind of just a bonus, but, yeah, so hopefully they have it. I mean, I'm also hoping that, like, I'll find something else that's cool in there, but, you know, when it comes to Walmart, you know, I think it was a joke on Durant Cinema's channel where he was like, oh yeah, Walmart, it's the best place to buy Blu-rays, when literally everybody knew it's not. It's a good place to buy movies if you only have, like, 10 of them in your collection. But yeah, they've been, like, really not having that many movies in. I mean, Nathan works at Walmart, and he told me that they're gonna be, like, phasing out the movies, that they're going to be getting rid of them at some point, which really sucks, because the main reason I come to Walmart is for the new releases. But, you know, I mean, there's always Amazon anyway. But yeah, so we're going to hop in there. Hopefully they have Jackass Forever, and yeah, let's go inside. This is what has become of Walmart. Just this one section and the new releases. Hate to see it happen. Alright, so they do have Jackass Forever right here. I got my copy. And then some of the other stuff that came out recently, like the new Scream. Saw this one in theaters. I thought it was pretty good. You know, it was a pretty good Scream movie, but I did want to like it more than I actually did. Unfortunately, like, I didn't love it as much as everyone else did, but I still thought it was pretty good. Definitely can't wait for the next one, and it was great to see one of these in theaters. I also did see
Nightmare Alley, because this was nominated for Best Picture. I thought this was pretty good, but the weird thing is, the first half of this movie just kind of like runs thin on story, I thought. But the plot wasn't like too strong, unfortunately. But like the second half like really won me over. Like the second half just like kind of traps you, and it's like a very hard to explain, but it's like for some reason the second half of the movie just it gets a lot better somehow. What else? That's all TV, but these slipcovers are pretty cool. Like can't even read what some of them are. There's The Purge, Harry Potter, some good stuff there. Oh yeah, and the new Spider-Man came out recently. As with Scream, I did see this one in theaters too. Didn't love it as much as I wanted to either. The big reveal was really awesome. I loved that. But I kind of already like figured it was gonna happen. It was better than Far From Home, but not as good as Homecoming, unfortunately. I did like it. I would probably buy it at some point, just not too sure when. Let's see what else is up here. This is kind of cool though, some of the new Studio Ghibli steelbooks. I haven't seen too many of these, but the ones I have seen are pretty good. But yeah, not too much for new stuff. I mean, Halloween Kills is definitely a lot older of a release. I'm trying to cover like the newer ones, but yep, they had Jackass Forever, which is the one I came here for, so we are going to then start heading to the thrift stores.
Alright guys, so we are now out of Walmart, picked up Jackass Forever, very happy that they actually had it out. As I said, there was some stores that like didn't even like put the stuff out, but that was yesterday, so maybe they might have like thought of it and like put it out, but very, very happy to finally own this. Again, favorite movie of the year, absolutely love it, it was hilarious. Now this is actually just kind of funny though. I was so caught up in the excitement of filming that previous clip, I forgot to go to the bathroom. I've literally had to go ever since I got out of the dentist, and I got too caught up in the excitement of filming a new Blu-ray hunting video that I forgot to pee. So I'm gonna have to go in there and do that, because I'm pretty sure the thrift stores I'm going to won't have a bathroom, but yeah, and one quick thing before we head to the thrift stores, I kind of like didn't get to say everything I wanted to say about Nightmare Alley in the previous clip, because I kind of like stumbled on my words a bit there, but one thing I was gonna say was like as I said, the first half of that movie was like, it was a very pretty spectacle. It was very visually stunning, but it seemed like it was kind of using that to almost trick you into thinking it was better than it was. But then the second half gets better and like wins you over, and it's just in general was just better than the first half. It was very, very strange, because it was one of those times where it's like it tries to like win you over by having it be very visually stunning, but it actually worked. Yeah, like Nightmare Alley overall I thought was a good movie. My favorite of the Best Picture nominees, however, was Don't Look Up. I thought that was a great movie. I'm not at all upset that Coda took it though. I think Coda was my second pick to win Best Picture. I thought Coda was a really great movie, really well acted and directed. It was a great story, and it was super funny too. Like, Coda was honestly a hilarious fucking movie. I absolutely loved it. Like, there's a hell of a lot more comedy in that than you would expect, honestly. It's a very, very funny movie, and yeah, it was just a movie that was very, very engaging for all of it. Very, very well made. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna head to the thrift stores. Alright, so now we are on our way to the Restore. That is gonna be the first thrift shop of the day. I've actually found, like, I'm going to this one because, like, every single time I've been in here, I've always found, like, really good stuff. Like, I found, like, 3 different seasons of Trailer Park Boys for, like, no more than $6. So that was pretty great. But I also, at one point, I found, sorry, it's walking up a hill. But I found the first, thought there was someone on a megaphone out there, but I found the first ever Give Yourself Goosebumps book there for 50 cents once. But the best find I ever had there was I found the novelization of the movie Little Monsters there for only $1. Like, sorry, I have to, this just shows how out of shape I am. I'm just walking up a slight hill, and it's windy as shit. But yeah, so I ended up finding that there for like literally $1, and it was like so amazing because I like that book, like the novelization of it was actually like how I knew the movie existed, because I was in like my second grade teacher's class, and she had that book there, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. So I pick it up and I start reading it, but it had like pictures from the movie in it, and literally for like months on end I would just read that book and I would only look at the pictures. I didn't care about the book itself. I literally just looked at the pictures, and I was like, this movie looks really cool and it looks kind of scary. So I searched the movie up on YouTube, and full thing was on there. Remember those days of watching a movie on YouTube in 10-minute parts? Those were the days. That's how I watched that movie so many times. It's one of my very favorite childhood movies. I love it so much. But yeah, hopefully the Restore will have more good stuff there. As I said, every time I've gone in there, I don't think I've ever really been disappointed. So yeah, we're gonna head on in there, see what they got. Okay, so that was like literally the biggest fucking letdown I've ever seen. Like, so just so figures that right when I say I don't think I've ever been let down by this place, I have. There was nothing there that I wanted. Like, they moved the movies and books like to a different area. So like I was gonna try and film like a little bit in there, but the thing is, there was like a couch right beside one of the DVD shelves, and there was like 2 people sitting on it. So I was like, that'd be really weird to be like talking to a camera like while they're right there. Not to mention they had like a crying baby with them, so that wouldn't have been good for footage either. But yeah, like it was such a letdown. They had like very little books. Like they usually had like a lot more books from what I remember, but the children's book section was like even smaller. It was very, very disappointing. And then like the movies, sometimes they have Blu-rays, not many. This time they didn't have any Blu-rays, but yeah, they had like no DVDs that I wanted. They did have a Criterion DVD of the Royal Tenenbaums in there for $1, so that's not bad. They also, I'm gonna put a picture on the screen of it because I actually took a picture when I was in there. They had a DVD of Team America World Police, and this is something I've never seen before, because keep in mind I've never been to a Blockbuster, or I have, but I was like way too young to remember it. And they had a DVD of Team America World Police in there with a sticker right on it that said youth restricted movie. I've never actually seen that before. Like, that's pretty cool to see kind of like something like, from a bygone era of movies. God, do I miss rental stores. But yeah, so now we're going to go to the Salvation Army. I've been to this store once before. I didn't find anything there that time, but I'm hoping that I will this time. So yeah, let's make our way there. Alright, so we are now out of that Salvation Army, and thank fucking God, because it was so damn crowded in there. I literally had like no room to move. I feel like this Blu-ray hunting video is just gonna be one long video of me complaining, but like, there was like no room at all in there, and I didn't leave empty-handed. I didn't find... Wow, that guy's so cool! I didn't leave empty-handed, didn't find any movies, didn't find any books, but I did find a South Park board game in there that was only like $5. It's like a trivia game. I actually haven't even watched too much South Park, but I thought that looked cool, so I decided to pick it up. Now the next thrift store is actually just across the street over there, so we don't have to walk too far. It's a St. Vincent de Paul thrift store that I've never been into before. But yeah, this has been a very disappointing Blu-ray hunt, so honestly, like if this one doesn't even have anything, then I'm probably just gonna go to the bookstore that's close by, because I haven't found anything yet, and I'd really like to find something good at one of these places. Oh right, I almost forgot. There's a Dollarama right beside this Salvation Army, and sometimes they've had good movies there, so I'm gonna pop in there quickly first, and then we're gonna go to the other thrift store. And that's literally all the movies they have. Let's see what's in here. What the hell is this?
Don't even know what shows are in here, but I guess I might pick up this. Some of this kind of like obscure, kind of older stuff. It's kind of interesting, so I guess I'll pick this up. All right, guys, so we have made it to the final thrift store. It's just right across from me here. Boy, do I really hope they have something here, because my hopes are not at all high for this, because my last two places were very disappointing. I mean, at least I found something at the other place, but yeah, let's hope they have something.
All right, guys, so we just got out of the final thrift store, and I actually found some good stuff in there, and they actually had some Blu-rays. Didn't find any Goosebumps stuff, but I did find a couple Blu-rays that I wanted, and then there was two other DVDs that I got too. Yeah, sorry for not filming anything in there. I get so insecure when I'm like gonna be filming in stores. Like if the Walmart clip was any indication, I was kind of talking a bit fast looking back at it. But yeah, like I just get so insecure when I'm like filming in stores, especially when there's like so many people around. But yeah, it's funny because I was like looking at one thing in there and I'm like, oh, I wish they had like the other one. And then when I look up at one of the other shelves, I'm like, oh, there it is right there. So yeah, got some good stuff in there, thankfully. You know, I was actually surprised to see them have a small section of Blu-rays, but yeah, and the thing is, unlike the Salvation Army, unlike Salvation Army and the Restore, they actually did have a decently big children's book selection, but yeah, they didn't have any Goosebumps in there, sadly, which sucked. But again, not a total loss, because I actually did find some movies, thankfully, so, yeah, you know, I think I am gonna go to that bookstore just to, you know, have a look, see if they got anything, because if they do, then that would make this day so much better. But yeah, so let's make our way to the bookstore and I will see you guys there. All right, guys, so the bookstore is just over there. I'm gonna go in there, see what they got. I know I'm not gonna film anything in there because it's a very small store. But yeah, hopefully they have something. Let's go in and see what they got. All right, you guys, so I am now back home from everywhere I went to today. This is actually the second time I'm filming this because I had originally filmed me showing off everything I got in the car. I said I wasn't gonna do it when I got home. But I changed my mind. I didn't really like the other clip because it was 9 minutes long, and I seem to just end up making all my YouTube videos so long, which I really, really hate when that happens because I don't want them to be long, but somehow they end up being that long. Yeah, so I'm going to show you everything I picked up. So the only thing I got from Walmart, as you saw earlier in the video, was Jackass Forever. I already said enough about it in the video so far, but great movie, love it, so glad to own it. And then in the Salvation Army, as I said, I got this South Park board game. It's like a trivia game. And I already looked in it. It looks like everything is in here too, because that's the thing. When you're buying like used board games, it's like, well, they have everything. It says that there's like 200 trivia cards in here. So like there was a lot of trivia cards in here, so I assume they were all in here. But it has the board, it has both the dice, it has the instructions, so once I watch a bit more South Park, that'll be fun to play. And then at Dollarama, the only thing I got in there, as you saw, was it just got that kind of like obscure Cartoon Network Fridays thing. And I ended up finding out they actually do say what shows are on here. There's an episode of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Camp Lazlo, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Ed, Ed and Eddie, and My Gym Partner's a Monkey is on here. I used to watch that show so much as a kid. I absolutely loved it. I actually named my first Webkins after the main character in that show, because his name is Adam Lion in the show, and because my first Webkins was a lion, I named him Adam. So yeah, you know, it's gonna be great seeing that show again, because I haven't seen it in so long, but I haven't really seen any of these shows in a super long time. I'd never even really watched much of Camp Lazlo or Ed, Ed and Eddie. But, you know, it'll be nice to see a bit of those. And yeah, don't know anything about these hosts. Cartoon Network wasn't a thing in Canada until like 2012 or something. But yeah, you know, I really like these like these obscure things that you won't really find anywhere else that, you know, might strike a memory in your childhood. I always love that stuff. And then, wait, where did I go next? It was Salvation Army, Dollarama, and then, yeah, the St. Vincent de Paul store, which is where I found the most stuff, and the stuff I was most happy about. So the first thing I got this for my parents. It was $3. It was a DVD of some of the Our Gang shorts. For those of you that don't know, this is what the movie The Little Rascals is based off of. I've never actually seen any of these. As I said, I just got it for my parents. Maybe I'll watch it myself. But yeah, I know my mom has like wanted to see some of these again, so I decided to get that for her. And then the two Blu-rays I got, these were $4 each. I got Sweeney Todd. I haven't seen this, but I really like Johnny Depp, and I really need to see more Tim Burton, so I was really glad to find that in there for $4. I was glad I didn't get it from the used Blu-ray store like last week, because I found it in there for $10, and I found it inside the thrift store for $4, so I was glad I didn't get it there. And then the other Blu-ray I got was another one I was very happy to find, and that is Where the Wild Things Are. This is one of only 5 movies that Spike Jonze has directed, the others being John Malkovich, Adaptation, Her, and Beastie Boys Story. And I've only seen Adaptation and Beastie Boys Story out of those, which I really like both of them. But yeah, and then this one's like a family movie, I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, all of his others are like R-rated, but yeah, I'm excited to check this out. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. And then this was the find of the day. I was very, very happy to find this inside the thrift store, because if you remember in one of the earlier clips where I had just gotten out of there, I'm like, oh, I was wondering, like, you know, I was like, okay, I see this first one here, but do they have the other one? And they did. And what I'm referring to is I found season 2 of Punk'd for $2.50 in there. And this, like, I just got the first season of it at a used Blu-ray store last week, and I watched the first episode of it while I was high, and it was amazing. I'm just like, oh my god, like, I love this show, this is amazing. And I love Ashton Kutcher. I think he's, like, really a perfect choice for the host. And yeah, I had never seen the show before, and I really enjoyed the first episode that I saw, and I was really hoping I could find season 2, because I found season 1 in the thrift store, and I'm like, oh, you know, it'd be nice if they had season 2, and then I just look up a couple shelves higher, and I'm like, oh, there it is. And yeah, this was actually the cheapest thing there. As I said, it was $2.50, so I was very happy to find that. I don't know if the rest of the season sets ended up getting released. I really hope they did, because I really want to watch all of this show, because I really love prank shows. And then I went to the bookstore. You will not believe what I found in there. I didn't find any books I wanted, but I found The Venture Bros Season 4 for $15. Don't know how I managed to find that at a bookstore, of all things, but I did. And I think I've said in videos before, if you find any Adult Swim shows for a decent price, make sure you get them, because they go for so much money these days, and I don't know why. And I used to like watching The Venture Bros when I was a kid, but I don't think I really understood the jokes, even though like I did enjoy the show and what I saw. I don't think I really understood all of it, so I'm excited to rewatch these again. But yeah, even though I actually didn't find any Goosebumps books at any of the stores I went to, thankfully, one of the Goosebumps books that I ordered off of eBay did come in the mail today, which was the first Tales to Give You Goosebumps. I've never actually read any of the ones in this series, which I'm really excited to, because, you know, I want to, you know, read some Goosebumps, like, short stories, and, yeah, so I'm excited to check this out. I know that some of these short stories were even made into some of the episodes, so I'm excited to check those out. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed, and remember, you guys, whenever pranking your friends, say no to drugs.